Today in this video, I wanted to talk about this device over here after 10 months of my usage, and we already know that Google will be launching its Google Pixel 9 series on August 13, and I just wanted to tell you that what has changed on this Google Pixel 8 Pro, because if you're making a decision to buy this device after it goes on sale after the Google Pixel 9 series is here, I would just tell you what are the things that I really liked about this thing and what are the things that are improved and the things that you just need to consider if you're thinking to still upgrade to this Google Pixel 8 Pro over here. Now, as I just mentioned, I have been using this device from the past 10 months, which also means that I'm testing this device with Android 15 beta, which is one of the things that I will mention into this video, because we have got some really great features with this software over here that might be very small updates, but the ones that really does make a lot of difference on this Google Pixel 8 Pro over here. But before I really get into the software part of this device, I just want to talk about the hardware on this Google Pixel 8 Pro, because oh boy, this is one of the best looking devices that we have seen from Google in a very long time. And arguably, I would say that this pale blue color is one of the best colors that I have seen in any device in this year, along with the silver railing that does make a lot of sense. And again, this is one of my favorite devices of this year in the terms of look. But I was also surprised to see that this device is very durable, and I just do not see any dents or scuffs anywhere on this device, as you can see. And that was just another surprise to me, that how good of a build quality that this Google Pixel 8 Pro is having in comparison to what I was really thinking of it. Now let us talk about the other things that I just loved on this device, and the number one thing is again the display on this Google Pixel 8 Pro over here. And this was again one thing that Google just fixed with the Google Pixel 8 Pro, because again I did not like the curved edges on the Google Pixel 7 Pro, and I just love what Google has done over here with a flat display, as you can see over here. And also this is really a brighter display in comparison to what we had on the Google Pixel 7 Pro from the last year, and it is again made by Samsung. Now this display over here in my testing is slightly better than what you have got on the iPhone 15 Pro Max, but not as good as what you have got on the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. That is a better display because it has got an anti-reflective coating, and also it is overall a brighter display than this thing over here. But I would say still it is a very good display, and even though with the Google Pixel 9 series that is coming just right now in a few days, I would say I would still just stick with this device over here, and I would just not upgrade to the Google Pixel 9 Pro or the 9 Pro XL just because of the display upgrades on those devices over there. Now next, let us talk about the performance on this Google Pixel 8 Pro, and I am happy to report that the performance has improved over the time with this Google Pixel 8 Pro over here. And that is not the same thing that we generally say about the devices year after year, because after every year you would see some kind of performance degrade on the devices. And even though I just do not like the G3 Tensor chip over on this device over here, I'm happy to report that even with the Android 15 beta that I'm running on this device over here as of filming this video, the performance has been just like without a beta update on a device. And also I would say it is generally better than what I was getting with the Android 14 update on this device over here. So that was a surprise to me, and I just see less of the stutters, less of the lags, less of applications closing on me accidentally, and so much so. And yes, this is something that I just wanted to bring about in this video. I would say this device over here, it is really holding up very well. Now I'm not someone who would do a lot of gaming on this device, but I can say I just played a few games on this device over here versus what we have on the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra and the iPhone 15 Pro Max. And I would say even though that this device, it does get a bit warm after playing some games, but I did not see a lot of difference between this device and all the other devices that we have got in the market. Also, one another thing that I just noticed with this Android 15 update is that now the animations are not very choppy when you just switch between different modes on the camera, and that was something that I just wanted to mention over here in this video. Now, even though that this device over here has not got the best and the fastest CPU in the world, but I would say that the NPU on this device is very capable and very powerful, and sometimes I feel like it is better than all the other devices that we have got in the market, even the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processors. And I would say that Google has just done a lot of things in improving a lot of things on this device over here, here. For example, they brought some new good features like the video boost feature on this device over here, and that is something that even after 1 year of this Google Pixel 8 Pro in the market, we just did not see a similar feature in any other device. And even though that it does take a lot of time to send the video to the cloud and to just get it back, and also it might take a lot of storage on the device as well, but this is something that is unique about this Google device over here, because I'm sure that a lot of processing, even though it is done on the cloud, there has to be a lot of processing to just bring everything together and just take that video down from cloud to your phone. And that is something that this is one of the only device that is able to do. Now, I did use this feature pretty extensively in the past 6 to 7 months, and I'm happy to report that it does make a lot of difference, especially if the video is shot in the very low light situations. As this device over here, it does turn your very low grade video into a very high quality one, and it does look real. It just does not look like that a lot of AI processing was happening in the background thanks to the powerful servers that are sitting on the Google Cloud services over there. And this is something that I'm enjoying about this device over here. Now, apart from that, there are some other good features on this device over here that might have been taken for granted. For example, the noise removal feature on this Google Pixel 8 Pro, and I did shoot one of my videos with this feature over there along with this Google Pixel 8 Pro, and I did notice that after the video was processed, it did remove a lot of noise from my video, and that is something that is great about this device over here as well. Now, another thing is the magic edit feature. That is something that a lot of people might have forgot, but I just use this in my daily life, and I again just love this feature on this device over here. And I think that it particularly works better than what you have on the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, as this thing over here is the OG, and I think that this OG thing, it just does everything in a way much more better way than the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. But also now you have got the other features like the circle to search feature and the Google Gemini AI on this device over here, that particularly makes this device a very unique and a useful one in my opinion. And also do not forget that you have got another 6 years of update that you will see on this device over here. That is amazing as well. Now, there are some other features like the temperature reading sensor on this device over here, and this is particularly the feature that I never used after the first day of unboxing this device. But I heard that this feature is now available to read the human temperatures as well, as it was approved by FDA. And a lot of friends of mine who are in US, they reported to me that it does work very well. But as of filming this video in Canada, this feature is not really available, and this is something that I cannot just test on a human subject. So yes, something that you would need to keep in mind. Now, there is one thing that I noticed on this Google Pixel 8 Pro, and that is the use of the NFC chip on this device over here. Now, this is particularly something that I just noticed while paying anything using the Google Wallet feature on this device over here, because NFC is something that does not work particularly well on this device over here. And there had been a lot of times when I was in TNT Mart or Freshco or just paying for anything using my mobile over here, and I just could not do so because the NFC never recognized the reader in front of me, and I was able to do the very same thing with my card. But something that we just want to keep in mind, that if you're going to grocery or somewhere where you are in a habit of using NFC to do payments, this is something that you need to keep in mind, that you need to also take your wallet and just not be dependent on your Google Pixel 8 Pro, because sometimes it can not work. And this is something that I wanted to report as well in this video. Now, one another thing that changed on this Google Pixel 8 Pro in my 10 months of usage is the software on this device over here. And again, I'm using the Android 15 beta on this device as of filming this video, and I saw a lot of improvements on this device over here, and especially in the terms of the animations and some extra menus and options that were enabled in this version of Android. For example, if I just want to go back from one application to the home screen, it just shows me that what is the arrow, or if I'm doing from here to the back screen, it just shows me that it is giving me the arrow on the left side, or if it is on the right side, it does give me the arrow on the right side. That is particularly a very great animation feature that I saw on this device over here. Now, also the volume rocker is something that changed on this device as well. As you can see, you have the same old volume rocker button, but if you click on these three dots over here, you will see the entire menu, as you can see over here, for the volume and the media controls, the call, the ring, the alarm, the notification, the do not disturb mode, and so much so. And this thing over here might be particularly not as good as what we now have on iOS 18 update, because that thing over there is very feature rich. But again, this thing over here is very useful, and at least we have something on this Android 15 update, and I just love the implementation on this thing over here as well. Now another thing that I noticed with this Android 15 update is this private space feature over here that you can see at the bottom, and this basically just allow you to have a private space, and particularly you need to log in as a new user or maybe a different user with a different Google account to be able to install a different instance of the same application that you already have on your home screen, or a different application that is completely a different one and you never had on your home screen, just like a dating application or something on this private space over here. This is particularly something that I just did not use, but this is something that is available on this device over here, and if you just want to hide something from someone, you can just use this private space feature on this device over here. Now there have been some other things that I just love on this Google Pixel 8 Pro, just like the voice tapping and the spam protection feature. And even though I love the way that iOS 18 is featuring things on the new update, just like the updated Siri, I still think so that the Google Pixel 8 Pro is just a king, and I just love the voice typing that is very much accurate on this device over here, and also the spam protection on this device that is on another level. My iPhone is just never able to tell a difference between a spam and a non-spam thing, but this thing over here, it is particularly a very good one in just indicating that what is a spam call or what is a spam message, and it just works flawlessly on this device over here. Now another thing about this device is the cameras on this Google Pixel 8 Pro, because this is one thing that again I would say, even without the video push feature on this device over here, it is particularly improved with time. And even a lot of times I could just notice that the camera on this thing over here, especially the images that come out of this device, are better than what you get on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. That is another device that I use in my daily. For example, a few days ago I was taking some photographs of a black t-shirt, and I was taking the very same thing from the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and every time I would take that photograph, it would just look a lot more gray than what I would like it to be, especially because it was a very dark color of black. But especially when I was taking the same photograph from this Google Pixel 8 Pro, it was much more better image than what we saw on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. It was much more darker, it was much more black, and it was much more true to the real life. That is the main thing that I just want to mention over here. It just did not make the t-shirt very dark or very light, just like what the iPhone 15 Pro Max was doing in the very same situation. So particularly the images that come out of this device over here are very good. Now let us talk about a few of the features that I just do not like about this Google Pixel 8 Pro over here. And I know a few of these features are just the way that Google are implementing a few of those things on these devices, and these might be the same issues that will remain with the Google Pixel 9 series as well. And particularly I'm talking about the gallery application or the photos application on this device over here. Now not everyone would want to pay for the Google Photos application for more storage on those devices over there, and you would just want to have the photos saved on your gallery and just do not want Google to just indicate every 5 days or 10 days or even multiple times in the same day that you are running out of storage on this device over here. Even though that this thing over here, it is 256 gigabyte over here, multiple times I just get notification from Google that this device over here is running out of the storage, and that is just because I did not buy the premium storage to be used on this device. And sometimes this Google device over here, it just does not even let me into the application, even though that I have like 200 gigabyte of storage left on my device, just because that this thinks that there is no storage that is available on the cloud, and it is just a big mess in my opinion. But something that I just wanted to bring up in this video over here. Now the second thing is really the fingerprint scanner on this device over here, and I think for something that just costs about $1,000, I think this thing over here should be having a better fingerprint scanner, because in my opinion it just failed multiple times on me in my usage in the past 10 months, and I just want something like an ultrasonic sensor, just like what we have seen on the Samsung devices and the other devices in the market. And this is particularly a very weak point of this device over here. And now the last thing that is particularly annoying on this Google Pixel 8 Pro is really the battery on this device over here. And even though it is particularly better than what we had on the Google Pixel 7 and the 7 Pro from the last year, this thing just does not last for the entire day. No no matter how is my usage of this device over here. And I think that Google is doing this on a purpose, because if they reduce the processing power on this device over here to increase the battery life, this device over here would particularly feel slower than all the other flagship devices that we have in the market, just like the iPhone 15 Pro Max, the Samsung Galaxy S24, the base models as well, and the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, and the list just goes on. So I think this is particularly that was done on purpose on this device over here, but I would say it is particularly not the worst thing, but this is something that could have been improved if Google would have used something like a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor on this device. But I think that there is a reason to keep the G3 tensor chip, because Google now would want to have better security on these devices, just because of all the AI things that is happening in the market right now, and they would just want to have their own chip and control the security that is going over here on these devices over here, because you are sending the data to the cloud, and this is particularly that is very important for Google to be able to secure your data on these devices over here. And that was all that I wanted to discuss about this Google Pixel 8 Pro after my 10 months of usage. I think that this thing over here is really a deserving device, and this is something that you should really look after for after the Google Pixel 9 series is finally here, and you finally start to see this device over here on some huge discount and deals on the online stores or the physical stores, and so much so. But yes, that was all that I wanted to share. My name is Anshul. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.